quarter of 2025, the strongest performance since.
Na yɛtoa nsam no so de ama ɔde ɛkwakɔpie mu ɛwɔ epoye mantem kura yɛfrɛ ho nsawom na nsawom yi ɔmomra hyebedwani ɛyɛ onyonyamfo Frank ano dɔmpre ano anso ɛna akɔpie mu ɔmra hyebedwafi a ɔyɛ ɛdɔmkuma no chief whip ɛnɛ wagina ɛyɛ Ghana mbra kɛse a yɛtintim no ɛyɛ afe apem ahankron aduokron abien 1992 no so de nsɛm bi atodwa na ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ ne yɛfrɛ no sɛ ɛyɛ district assembly common fan no sise no aba ne hwɛ na ontua no otua nso a ɔma n'ani nkɔ ho sɛ ɛyɛ mpɛtɛmpɛtɛ ma membuo no ɛbɛfa ne ntoma pa afira.
Approved by Parliament. Let us be unequivocal. This is not a technical quarrel. This is certainly not an administrative oversight. And this is not a routine policy disagreement. For us as a minority caucus and many discerning Ghanaians, this is certainly a constitutional issue. This is a governance issue, and by extension, this is a democratic accountability issue. Now, the begging question is why we're speaking out today. Article 252 of our cherished 1992 Constitution is clear and ambiguous. It vests in Parliament, and Parliament alone, the authority to determine the formula for the sharing of the District Assembly Common Fund across our 261 MMDAs. That authority is neither symbolic nor advisory. It is binding. In accordance with this mandate, Parliament approved the 2025 DACL formula allocating some 7.51 million Ghana cedis for the fiscal year and distributing it based on scientifically grounded.
Yatwa ensam no so ede ama ode a na ekwakopie mu ewo asoye ahwe wiem sakyereye eye Ghana Meteorological Agency ene mpanyimfo ababonten de nsem bi abetudwa ana omo kyerem se omo aye hwehwemu pa ahu se be mfirisia be aduasa etwam ni 30 years ni subrantan pa to Ghana ha emekofo oyeye ne de bre Ghana fo ma de hye bi bebre hu ekedwa na hwehwemu asen abetudwa ne se eye afie a yewo mu ya 2026 eye March kosi June subrantan pa beto enti na ade hye tete be bia nsu ben no omo nyina omo hwe omo ye na Ghana ya biala ankofa oha amle.
Analysis for the past 30 years raining pattern. You analyze the data and then determined the mean, the average, all right, compared to what is going to happen this year, the forecasted period. We are saying that it's going to be either like what has been happening for the past 30 years or above what has happened over the past 30 years. This tells us that we are likely to have a lot more rainfall compared to the long-term mean. And so it goes to tell us that people who are living in flood-prone areas and possibility of flooding and flash flood will occur. So our message is that this forecast shouldn't be looked at in isolation. You look at it holistically, by following all the advisories and updates that come with it.
Currently before cabinet, and so we believe that with the review, because in the review we are not
Yantua ensam no so enfama na yetua so dia na ekwakodina mu wankrampumpuni mantem mu kura yefra osa yawaso yenyina ani mare ho samesi wanche ye na omumra hye bedwani etutu na akofuna akese de kokyere ne mpani ni nyina ene se na embrewa ayipuma kwa mu se ya wo se ye ba election pa ewo ho ye dikan aye bi ma osusu se menteme ho ase anase kitasehye ne proye bi ekoso na eye match da etoso miensa ana abato komisa eyi proma kwa mu se yensa anya ba election ni biem ewo ayawaso ne patem enam so ema post adwuma no ababonten de nsem bi abetudwa na omu kirem se ekopie mu awaya waso a 3rd March na di enim ebe ba election no eye mensini bia na anase bebi ebeto ababia no ye behwe se ebe ma aposifo eduo wotwe ete akọ se ne ebe ya menteme ho ase anase krono menteme ho ase anabasabasa bi ebesi no etumi abrase ewo honom
ye papa se mema monti ase se he is providing enough security. Every electoral area will have about 80 people, police officers to protect everyone. And to go beyond out and come and vote freely. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Nima and Sisa, Nimpa Betma Sanimano, Naya Baba Jamado, Sa Papano, or no Betma Sanima. But I never Papano or Blunt Miss Sanima, this is Baba Jamal.
It's your Bassi or Baba Jim. And also, sorry, or Nima. I saw you on Nima, not in a down from the bubble. It's in a down from a so I bet you Nima. And on Lucha Nima, it's a now who said Nima is sinky and also by so all bet Nima.
Who created you?
My mother. Development, development.
Yada so jinemu ewa ya waso ba election ho semiamu na openi baako a watu no hasiwo se yento no so aba ayo no nyamfo baba jama ende wa friends emtuefo nhyiemu na ode nsemi ato yanim na o kire se eye NDC fo a ewo ayawa so omunya nimu gidie pa fi se oyobi obo no homoden ye ba amembu a onim eye ohawe ewo ayawa so ne mpatam enti osrese so omunya akwanya so omukwato aba eye okandini a ma emomu remfi ono baba jama na oyobi a wakwadre ewa amembu mu na ohwe se omoto aba ma no koye mra sebedwani ma ade hye omo ayawa so ne mpatam a empuntunwuma biara omope no ode de se ebeyo oye na waye ede ama omo.
United, NDC is united. We are united for a common. We are united to ensure that whatever the votes are, we promise to increase the votes this time, inshallah. So with this unity and the support from all the contestants, and I hope and pray that all other supporters on the ground will learn from what we are doing here to know that the elections are over. We now have only one candidate, and that candidate is the one leading us into the by-election.
Yatwa ensam no so de ana ekwa kopie mu e Ghana Armed Forces na kire eye asra edwumakuo no na ne asrafo pani baako ene nsemtrefo atwetwe nkomo ananwa de dwumaso bi won krampompuni mantam mu na ne nyina ne sesese no omo se omo ne media no ana nsemtrefo journalist eba bedin kaso bom aye adwuma na ne nyina se ne efa ne se public education no omo ba fa aye nsemtrefo so fi se omo gidi se nsemtrefo ye nipa bi a se omo ne di adwuma omo nwama biala omo ye no ebetumi edu abonten na afen so aye Ghana fo nyina ehu se ne a aye Ghana Armed Forces omo di omo dwuma efa.
Important workshop. This gathering is both timely and relevant, aligning perfectly with our vision of strengthening military media collaboration and enhancing communication strategies in today's complex information environment. In the digital age, the media plays a pivotal role in shaping public perception, influencing national discourse, and supporting security operations. A well-informed citizenry is an essential pillar of national security. For this reason, the relationship between the Ghana Armed Forces and the media, especially the Defense Press Corps, must rest on trust, mutual respect, and a shared sense of purpose. By the nature of its mandate, the armed forces often operate at the intersection of confidentiality and accountability. It is therefore critical that our narratives remain accurate and that they are communicated in ways that safeguard operational success while protecting national security. This workshop provides a unique platform for open dialogue, capacity building, and the exchange of best practices, benefiting both military and civilian communication professionals. Distinguished guests, since its establishment in 2017, the Defense Press Corps had worked closely with the Ghana Armed Forces to achieve its founding purpose, building stronger ties with the media and cultivating a cadre of journalists trained in military affairs. I think so far you've been doing well. Let's clap for them. Just that once a while you go a little too far, but it's all in the art of goodness. This has significantly reduced reporting errors and fostered greater understanding. I'm informed the Corps has previously received training on the armed forces, its rank structure, and related matters.
Yatu ansam no so de ana ye be fi nkrampumpuni mantem ne akopie mu e atoye mantem Western region na entie ye ana His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ekopa adwumedie bi ho ntoma e ho ni nyina e Railway Authority adwuma no na ende Ghana Railway Development Authority mpanifo e de nsem bi abetudwa ana omo keka kire mu se e Ghana mampani adwuma ode hye omo nsa no Ghana fo nyina enya gidie omu na wa wi ata so se adwuma ode hye omo so mo be ye na wa ye ne yie na Ghana afa ne ntoma pa efra.
And to give you an idea, it means that for every kilometer you can produce in 2 days. So basically, whatever they are going to do in the Western Line, if it's, let's say, 300, 600 days, we should be able to produce sleepers for 300 kilometer length of rail line. If you look at Kodokrom, Takari Kodokrom, we constructed Takari Kodokrom at a cost of $9.2 million per kilometer. Why? We were importing everything. The sleepers, the fasteners, and the locks and the rails. Today, we are buying our sleepers in cedis, not in dollars. And the most important thing is that we are also able to construct at a cheaper cost. If you look at the cost margin in terms of the production, we don't have any budget. When we came to government, it's just through goodwill and good negotiation and the vision of the president, we are getting a whole 8 kilometers of railway line. Where we are, we've done the first and second layer of the ballast system. Going from here, kilometer 100 to kilometer 42,600 is where we are laying the ballast. At the moment, as you can see, the progress of the ballast is dependent on the impact that we are having from the Galamsey. Okay, in order not to contaminate the ballast, it is slowing the progress of the work because of the Galamsey activities.
Yeah, twa and stamina so at the amount there na Ghana Chamber of Petroleum Consumers and penny-for almost in Juma so pa and to abandon him say Namankania who and as electricity and as a petroleum ne gas no abandon na phase 2 be na o share sen kombesino na gas ebusu e wo Ghana han on share na onsi na omodin sem nyina to dwa emle omusan ko pass adwumedie no ntoma na se omabesi sa gas filling station and as gas adwuma no se ne be ya Ghana for ebenya LPG gas e wo Ghana.
There's the discussion say yenhwe the train 2 no GPP 2 no yesterday abayman and nko any month be a would delay be an is can't watching. I do not think that be a dre or see a train near also imported gas. Eddie free approach the Everton Ghana for when or Jubilee partners here now or 10 fields or you can get so much gas and process for Ghanaians. Indeed, whatever investment I was a day at 2 more na year so that the train 2 not so bad add some your friend is insecurity to your energy sector no
afida wa basin kono November busum no for the first time company babo azino we share all the civil society groups all Ghana han na won kran na yetina ase ya dwendwen yan na ya hwe kwana ya bafado ene bia nyina ebutum ya abo yan
yantoa ensamne so enfama na asoya ya friends public procurement authority penny odano enne wa friends mtwefo nhyiamu na odo atom anim se owo hopa na ohun se eya obi ekope adwuma ne friends kitasehye ne proye dream kankan no abi ekoso ha Ghana no na eye ne ya pa enti no ene wa friends mtwefo nhyiamu na ode atom anim se omba be ye adwuma den pa na ye tu sa anwema ni nyina ase no obehwe se eye oha ne titiamu eye duokro 90% de ye betumi etu ase ne friend bribery and corruption wo Ghana no ye betu ase.
There are a lot of challenges that it has come to solve. For example, the manual one, we have a lot of challenges in terms of transparency, collusion, and so administrative costs, and so human interface, for example. So Ghanaians have come to clear all these things. Now, we can assure you that as for transparency, it's 100% assured. Also to people to have confidence in the procurement system. The Ghanaians is the way to go. And as I said, it will eliminate all these corruption issues that you are talking about because of the limitation of human interface. And when you ask me the challenges with the Ghanaians, some of them may be the internet connectivity, for example, and also just as we are doing there, we have to build the capacity because it's a new one. People are used to the manual, and now you are telling them to go on Ghanaians electronic. For example, some of us who are born before computer, for example, have to train them to know how to use the system.
Na yantua ensam no so cocoa board aso ya ehwe cocoa so e wo Ghana ha ni nyina no se enche ye na omo de betu dwa se ye cocoa ne bo no yate so enam so ma memni da ye etwa mu kopie mu se hwi yo so a cocoa akuafo bepie mu onkenkran pumpune mante mu abe ye kire pa enam so ma aso ye friends cocoa board na kopie mu se hwi yo so ne patem atoye mantem ana wa hye omo bo se abrewa anaso ba eko aduare no mpie ma ya na ya hu sese ni mu ano wo Ghana ya nyenhwe han se eye cocoa na ya to so no ya de aba fam no ya nto so e masoro na mu aba na ebo no homode nyina se obebo no homode na sa cocoa ya aba fam ya to so na cocoa akuafo hu atomo
sending why na yeti ni sika so na ni beje so atiase but nchiremu ne baaye no akuafo na yedai atiase enne akuafo ko bebre akasa se amanyofo no a ede omo hu hihye mu no omo ntwe omo ho nyedai enfiri mu because omo nte ne omo akuafo no fam no omo nyedai entiase nti omo nya cocoa na cocoa board enye dai empep musibre enfama omo na eye arehyiemu anankranhye sem a ye kanene se so hwe nhyehyeye a aban ni cocoa board e de agu akwan mu a na meka no mon sentrofo yi wanhwe ya ode wo cameras no ne ade ne o microphone beto ho na waye dai waye cocoa kua because anankwa ne adwumu a enidaso ye dai ewom
de obeye bia wanyama ne ye kama nanso de enso ye benya no ye de ye bibia ayeye na wa ba no omo aye akuafo sese akuafo ye ho omobo sa wo benye sika a wo be kodwom
na ye begina cocoa board ene akuafo ho nsensem so na ye twa ye ho sima na age aboafo nkrato ye ba ye beto ansem no so e de ama.
Hi, you want a place to sleep for your comfort, or you want a nice place to enjoy life as a student? Wait for me. The only 5-star hostel in the Ashanti Kingdom is the Sia Hostel. Sia Hostel, the hostel for DBs.
You can locate this 5-star hostel at Tech Buodi. If you want more information, you can pick the numbers on the screen and you hit our line. Sia Hostel, we are there to help you. Bless you.
Sia Hostel, your comfort is our hallmark.
Yamashafo nyina kwa babiem eba abini Ojaba TV so enumre no nsia kase no kenkanfo magemebre ana mitutu na basane asrede ama no hu de ekoso e Ghana mu ha ema remfi se oko intintan kase no so a Facebook no Abi TV official kase no ebi wo ho obenya bi na wahwe na oko YouTube so Abi TV Ghana kaso yate apete e wo ho betumi akohwe na waja awadwe nkire wo mre papa mu no kenkanfo mekenkan na mede ama na afi yantoa ensam no so say ye to ansam no so de ana enkrampumpu ni mantam mu omahene ni katiteko enei wako eye Jubilee House ene eye maame eye Lodina Mahama wakosra na ne na kodi nkaso bom ni nyina ne se be na wotwe ana ohene okonya akwanhia pa ekoye arehosama ne ka akra ode konya akwanhia yi se papa na ohene akoda eye maame Lodina Mahama se papa fi se embro nya akwanhia maame ye nje no mukra maame ne boa eye maane pomu siseni pomu ayede na ode ne sem ko na anim one maame ne twetwe nkomo ana oda na se no bo mpa maane se ode rade ase se waje ne kra nkwa na afi so oda maame na se se waboa na ama ne ho atọ no
First lady. As we all do now, over the past few days, we've all happened over the course of time for many years now. So it's Mr. Love, Excellency, so it was the case that then the unfortunate accident happened. So many people reached out. Key amongst them, one that touched the king's heart was that of Excellency and that of the President. We all do know that the President has a lot in terms of what he has to attend to when it comes to the affairs of state. But he put everything aside that evening, cut through everything, and decided to pay a visit at the University of Ghana Medical Center. Of course, through conversations with Excellency also ensured that talking sessions at the University of Ghana Medical Center paid extra attention to the king and in his private conversations with us. Those consultations even revealed a few things that he had important mind to. And since that evening, he's been expressing so much appreciation and praying for him. He is a warm gesture.
I'm so sorry for what happened. But God knows best. No so dey ane kwakopie mu e wo bekwai na okopie mu obekwai ye bo apolisifo aba so papa ni nyina ne se eye mrante anase mabunu bi e wo ho mu bi de ye de yensedu ne ye nandu eye adumaden se ye benye sikade ato ye mbotom omo de dabi omo de atuo ne sika ne kokro no bo enam so e ma bekwai apolisifo nsa aka wom ende okopie mu e wo bekwai circuit court otemu afo peni otena akonu mu ahye se abrante ba ko ode krono aye na aduma no ende onkodemu ewo ndadu efie eye mfirisia no edionunum 25 years na onfanya adumaden ensom oman Ghana
2022 mrantie na omo ye 4 ekorobo nkofo bi o manso akwesi so anda manso edubia na emu 3 ohono no omo ni police engage firing ema 3 no ewuye na abrante aye kan asemsi aye fe ne Dominic Ofowi no a wodi mfie 28 years no no de odwane ye ekotete wasa ekopon side enti yankasa surveillance and intelligence no na leading to na arrest oba manso edubia in fact no wa hihye no ho to say oba ni we a onim bone a wodi 4 years ago enti no oba krom ho no mo asa na hihye no na ye yankasa intelligence leading to the arrest of him ye nya no na 2 days pepe
near the call circuit court under his lordship Isaac Apietu.
Na yantu ansam no so ne yemfi bekwa na yemepie mu e won krampumpuni mantamu na yenyina nim se eye afibia no yenuanu muslimfo no eyibosom baako esiwo eye akonche konkron bompa de sufre Allah na enene na wotwe pepepe na Sheikh Sharbutu Osmanu chief imam ehye se yenuanu muslimfo no enhye mo akonche konkron no ase enam so amadumaku aye from se mekom omo se ayasiduru ene ye de hye mbanti omo akopie mu ewo Sheikh Sharbutu Osman chief imam na kachi ene ema wakoche omo nuama bebrebe ti se emu asitire monk ene nuama a omo bedebe yusu na omo de aye akonche konkro na omo mpaye nso mfre Allah na Ghana emfa netuma pa emfra
say to donate a variety of food items to the office and any Muslim community in general towards this year's Ramadan celebration inti nyamana yede buy na ebine emo yede anwaso by sugar, cheese and non-alcoholic sparkling wine as well. And in Kanyama yede buy this year. Last year so yede donations by inti this year so drew we thought it wise to bring more. We also seen it last year, and this year the is worth over 500,000 Ghana cedis. Account so Nyameboa and Yumre we signed the 1,000 iftar meals, so which is fried rice and chicken thighs. The Bebasona Ediama Muslim community. Yes, I say Onyankopo Ankasa NTA almost friendly on Paibo Nana, unsure on Yomo Pebiano, Onyankopo Ankasa Enyamo. Been doing this over the last decade. Every year it drew donations for our Muslim community. Aside that, so welcome a year various philanthropic gestures cover other Muslims throughout the country. So during the celebration in Kwana, by National Chief Imam, but throughout the period, scholarships they win. It covers a lot of Muslims as well.
Na yebefi Sheikh Sharbutu Osman na kachini akopie mu ewo Asante Mantemu na Asante Muslims Women's Association ende nwa yo yetire bi ewo Asante Mantem ne nempatem ni nyina ne se eye muslimifo emai bi omu nyina omu nsama omu ka ne se eye asase omu atete omu bowiro manye skadi akwakoto ene Ghana mpanifo bi do omu sa abeto so omu nya asase krampo mfansi dan bebi omu do omu ti beto aye dadwene de ama omu to omu sre Ghana ban se ombra na omeso omu ase
buy a land. Some had to sell their properties, both personal and family properties. Some had to give out their family capitals. Some had to give out everything they own in their businesses to own this land for the sake of Islam. And just as we're about to start something, or so we thought, Honorable Muntaka Mubarak came and started a project out of nowhere. Because he has power, there's nothing we can do about it. So we can do our worst. And so we had to send a petition to the government because we just came out from the Jubilee House. And we hope the government hears our cries and comes on to our behalf and save us from this oppression. This is really very hard for us. It's a very tough time. As we're in the month of Ramadan, we have to leave everything that we have at home. We have to stop and put everything on hold and come right from Kumasi to Accra. It's not easy for us. We had to spend the night in a bus to be here today. So we hope His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will listen to our pleas and come on to our behalf.
School and Kiabaya, CIC nursing training, CIA day, your Jesus went in the door, Sabi Assassino, Nessa the Hawker, Naja Hawker, no one in Miasa, or one more dilly, or so of a fat, 81 from my gang. Yes, you had yes, Shabato, your penny, your president, and him, and it was everyone when you see for one day, Oka would tear, one China soon would tear some, one in the mother of the young Iron and Yadia John Mama Bashe. Aba mutakadi ni nim de enne panyini enne kase yo asisi ya mama hompene anu ti se mu yankan ha ya mane bo ani ya samba ko pe se ya sramo o ma bibia nko pepepepe wano
na yatoa ensam no so e de ama ode ana ye nyina beka ya be na wotweni ane yede beto anim ewo yen kase so se Ghana de hye bi ekọ Burkina se nko mkofa tomatoes abeton na nka nwanya sika de hye omo ho afofi anto ata etuo koka o mai koya arewo sama omo wuye no ene bepie mu ewo nkrampompu mantem eye edwadifo bi ewo anya marketer ene omo de nsem bi ato aban nanim na omo kire mu se ena nsa nsem yi so ne okọ marketer tomatoes ne boye den papa enti omo sira aban ne so omo nya bibi enfa ho ema omo.
Buy a land.
Abano, the American say, Abano, says here and Tosi, Burkina for Mokoy. Yashi or money or Nipane Kai. In time of Burkina and says, or Monko. Who could be a talk in Tosina, can't buy between Tosina. Can't back cry. Yes, I will from Togo. I don't know. And I acquire in your way. Now, when you cry, and for quite one once, and I will bring you. What the baton, and ya advocate on a boy doesn't. Yet all grana, and we are my innocent. Metal names and ram jam of fire meton. And so, yes, in a boy, will be about no boy. Yeah, tongue say near money boy, or more mother banner. Do I say Togo for board and I say, oh, no movie. We cry, yeah, don't see the amazing buying only a mobile. Now, can me a friend Burkina, I buy non casa. Now, on Wednesday, Saint Tim said, yeah, as soon as Baba. Now, young so young crop on I told to see more. I'm betting me up for no mark of a biaba. Now, Ghana, I am toasting, young say, oh, those I am so yet home. Name ran Sonia, I say. I want to say, yeah, no cry, no way, no bashine.
Na ye to ansam ne so de ane kwa kopie mu ewo mfimfini mantam mu eye kura ye fro sesenya breku na enra arehosama yensa kan efiwo ne se akronfo yenfo de etuo ene ndade e de akọ adehye bi omo ye adwuma ewo ba bi ayeyi enam na omo kwa eni nyina no omo motos anase eye afiri titafo omo didi omo didwuma no akronfo yi akofa ama omo de adwane ama enam so ema ba akokra de etuo eka no ema ewuye enam so ema omo mra hye bedwane egizila tete ne odinsem bi abetudwa na okire mu se osre bambo adwuma ekuo no ai won finfini mantam se omo modern pa so mbebo adehye e won finfini mantam ene omo ajapade enwo ban ama omo
boat mako 7 ye ai nkofo aba ma omo kita eye navy boat na uduru won nchen a na o ma mo one shoot na o ma mo kokose 2 adbo moto no fabla enti o ma jiji adbo moto su mako 7 but nyame adom ye bisa ye no omo kire se obi empra bie boni bia so ensi na mo adbo moto no ya jiji da na dwo no free 8 o'clock ye won po anu sa ama ade achi na me no kase se sie kra won mai wo wonsuo no so afena wo bandi eguso a ye twen
together with Honorable Deputy Minister of Works and Housing and Minister of Fisheries and Aquaculture, you can say police, marine police team, and the Navy team, no war sea swa more. Yeah, no, somebody be able to rescue a brothers and I say papa no. Now locally, yes, so Yantanasi, Yama 4 canoes with 4 outboard motors. Echo baby incident no and I say issue no see no. I mean you can say more to me the motors ni bi ama yen apufu ya na say yen fisherman fo ya when I bobo machine ho am you can say obi na
Yatwa ensam no so de ana ye kwa kopie mu ewo atoya mantem ne mpatem na ocheche ni pani ba kwa ye fense Professor Isaac Wiafe ene odensem bi ato awofo nyina anim se osre omo enka ebe ya nka omo nhwe se eye awofo anase nkwala ye di entiteye ewo suku ahuro mu no omo beka omo kro mu kasa se ye twi na wo ka obeka otwi enkran obeka uza obeka na ekame akoye se eye nkwala ekwato ntuaso suku no omo refi se omo ye ganafo na mu eba ne se ubisa ne se ofi hifa anase kasa ben no kakra na ayeden amanu nti osre awofo omo hwe se omo nkwala no so omo beka omo kro mu kasa.
I was looking at the current SHS curriculum, and it looks like they've made Ghanaian language an elective, which is quite challenging because if you make Ghanaian language an elective, then it's no more compulsion. People can choose to do it or not. But we need to find a way to make sure that everybody in Ghana is doing at least one local language to the university level, because it's very important. So through things from our research, it's quite obvious that I can't dominate the speaking, but for me, the approach should not be choosing a national language, like a local language. But what we can do in simple terms is this. For instance, if I am schooling in Accra, that is where you have a little bit of a challenge because we have people mixed up. But when you are schooling in Kumasi, it's obvious that you should be able to learn Ashanti. Now, the problem is coming because we are allowing people the boarding house system, which some of us are actually against the boarding house system. It's a boarding house system that is creating this confusion because people will move from Accra to like Navrungo to go and study, and then the language becomes very foreign to them. But if you are born and bred in Accra, you stay in Accra, learn Ga, and then speak Ga. I am an Akan. I speak Ga because I learned Ga in school. I have no problem. It's my language. I prefer learning Ga than learning another language. So for me, the problem is not about we coming out with one national language, but at least there should be a local language that the child can learn the basics of science, basic of arts, basic of mathematics in that language. We've been going around collecting data on local languages, which we once a while we do a call. And we expect that when we do this course, people do come, and then they've been doing well.
Na yebegyina nsem we so na yetwa ye husima ye ba ye de adwadie ebeto aso amaw. Yama hwefo nyina akwa babiem eba abini Ojaba TV so yeda so tinkonwam na yetutu kase no abasa ene asrede ama no wahu de akoso ewo manga na mu ha ema remfi se okontintan kase no so a Facebook live no Abi TV official kase no ebi wo ho obenya bi na wahwe na akọ YouTube so Abi TV Ghana ya to apete ho obetumi akohwe na waje awadwenkire emre papa mu no kenkanfo mekenkan na mede amaw na yede adwadie eto aso ema ode ana ye nyina asa nyankopon amba ochena and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ghana Mampeni Ekokoma State of Nation address na etwa ne tia friends so na no and am so Emma Osuafo ana ohwe aye road and highways so aye onyonyafo Kwame aye adozo and they odensem bia beto dwa na ochirem se ye hwe enim se aye Mampeni Ochina State of Nation addresser or the beba na ye hwe enim se aye akwantempon nsem nyina no obebobogbo so na Ghana ya akwantempon nsam no akonanim.
And yes, you indicated in your intro that the big push featured prominently in his last State of the Nation address. He also indicated his desire to turn this country into a construction site. And he talked about stalled projects and the need for the government to ensure that those projects were pushed forward, because after all, those projects are Ghanaian projects funded by Ghanaian taxpayers, and our constitution requires that a succeeding government will always continue projects that it inherited. So clearly, true to his trustworthy nature and you know, the fact that he promises what he believes he can deliver, you can go out there with your microphones today and speak to people who live in the communities, and I'm very sure that you will not find any verdict either than the fact that he is walking the talk in many of our communities, as far as one, the continuation of projects inherited are concerned, major projects inherited are concerned, and two, the fact that many of our communities are seeing construction going on. You have the big push projects that touches every region. All the 16 regions of Ghana were carefully zoned, and projects were carefully selected to impact the economic growth of the country.
Na yada so ejinemu ewo edredie so na ye nyina nim se Ghana ha no meters aye yusu no prepaid in Ghana ade hye super ni nyina ne se okoto prepaid na enche na asa enam so ema osoafo a ehwe nyinam kanya ho ode so eyo nyonyamfo John Abdella Jinapo ende wa bekasa ana wahwem se eya ne ya panti asoye no bebo no modin biara se obetie Ghana fo asem na omo aye bibi ede afa ho.
Investigation. Assuming some meters are faulty, we have to replace them immediately, because you must put the right meter And if it turns out that people have overpaid, we have to find a way of compensating them. But like I said, it's just too early. Let us conduct the investigation. Fortunately, we have a very good working relation with the PURC. So the PURC, the Energy Commission, the Ministry, and all the agencies under me are working together. We'll make sure that we get to the bottom of this matter and resolve it in a fair and impartial manner.
We are not going back to the days when we will ask you to bring your own timetable. I mean, doing so is something that is going to be a thing of the past.
Na yebegina nsem we so na yetwa ye husima ye ba ye de gbako amanone nsem no so. Aba bonten de nsem bi abetudwa na ochiremu se eye fraud anase nyoma boni biara ekoso ewo US no mo behwe na onwatu adehye bi omodi nyoma boni ewo US no onwatu omoso sa.
Take care of their families, to make it easier for autistic kids to get the after-school services they need, to make it easier for people to get the health care that they need. And we are going to start very aggressively in the administration cracking down on the people and the organizations that are defrauding Americans. So we're announcing today that we have decided to temporarily halt certain amounts of Medicaid funding that are going to the state of Minnesota in order to ensure that the state of Minnesota takes its obligations seriously to be good stewards of the American people's tax money. Now, what is this going to mean? What this means is that, first of all, the providers on the ground in Minnesota have actually already been paid. The state has paid those providers the money. What we're doing is we are stopping the federal payments that will go to the state government until the state government takes its obligations seriously to stop the fraud that's being perpetrated against the American taxpayer. There are a few different ways that we're doing that. There are a few different affirmative actions that we're taking today. Dr. Oz is going to talk about those, but let me talk a little bit about the spirit of this and why we're doing it.
Na yenjina amanone nsami so na yentwa ye husimanje aboafo nkrato ye ba ye de eniji sembe tu kase no srebo amao.
Elegance is possible without a perfume. It is unseen, unforgettable, ultimate accessory. Perfume is like a new cloth. It makes you quite simple, marvelous. Smelling great is the first step of conquering the world. Delight in a fragrance paradise. Sweeten your day with scents. A fragrance that whispers cute. Some of the compliments you get when you mart at FC Cosmetics. FC Cosmetics is a top-notch shop when it comes to perfumes, makeup sets, skincare, and quality hair. You can plunge into our created designer perfumes like Armani Code, Blueberry, Ambada, Dio Sauvage, Latava perfumes like Camera, Assad, Yaira. Also, Dora Collections perfume like Pink Heart, Lion Heart, and Colorful, and also Curation Lamise perfumes. And for perfumes like fragrance rolls like Berry's Weekend, Ophelia, Savage, and many more, contact FC Cosmetics for your elegant fragrance, unforgettable impression inspired by true refinement. If you want a touch to your everyday looks, if you've been waiting to purchase quality, authentic, and affordable makeup products, then your time is here. FC Cosmetics offers you quality makeup products for all your makeup needs. Talk of MAC, L'Oreal, Maybelline, Lakme, CoverGirl, we got you sorted out. Our products are value for your money. Skincare is self-care. Skincare is the only heir to image. Review your natural beauty. Glow like never before. Unlock the secret of radiance. Pamper your skin. Nourish, hydrate, and transform. Elevate your skincare ritual. FC Cosmetics is here for all your skincare solutions. FC Cosmetics, nurture your skin's natural glow. Good hair is the difference between a good day and an amazing day. Being a brunette beauty never goes out of style. Are you looking for luxurious, quality hairs for an event? Hairs that speaks for itself, from ordinary to extraordinary strands? FC Cosmetics is the deal. We trade in all kinds of hair. Take of raw donors, factory made, bundles, closures, and many more. Come to FC Cosmetics and embrace the magic of healthy hair. FC Cosmetics, restyle, you smile. Locate FC Cosmetics at Ahinsan, opposite China Mall, adjacent to Kumauman Rural Bank. Contact us on 0530 476311 or 0201 917 774, 0537 398 866. FC Cosmetics, your body will thank you.
Yada so etin konwa ma yetutu kase no abasa ene asre ede ama no hu de ekoso wo man Ghana mu hana ne adusui eye enigisem na abrante ba ko a wagi din e wosini twa no adumanim omo fe ne se yadabo ono anso eno yo pani odadabo football academy ano ene odensem bia ba betu dua na okire mu se encheye na opani bia ye friends oboy siki eko kan nsem bi digu nanim asepa ma eko nsem ekopie mu e wasendi bia ma court hye se eye oboy siki entu $1 million enfa ema eye yadabo na yadabo hye se eye oboy siki ye ne papa pani nti o ma ntumi ntu ase siki ma odensem bia betu dua na okire mu se tuo nkotwe de bia etre no sere oboy siki se sa nsem ya oka edigu nanim ase no sere mema no enye biem
we say continuity tia because to our ba any hunya manyema nyina no eye fu na me kan sansem no enya de ti sa na na mbaro no but na mpese be yi bibia be hye ne mo afi susu no ka bi se bi si wadidi mama tem no enya no kure bi kwa say yi kwa mi muda nsem ke kana manfo ke na me mu se wadidi mama temta nti sasem no o baby ada ene tim humia nim se tim ene dia tim humia nim se tim ene dia but number say kemia no kaka nti tim no ene dia in find some sai advice akra wo mo bia o bisamia bo ado kaka nti se no aka chere direct mu je ni me se ma na chere direct say dem ye nti mapade chawo asisi bibia ni obi nti wo de kwa mo bia nkoka bibi mata ho se ai na o voice
na aha ana bre be ma me ho kwan na no nsia kase a me kofa wo mamu amahodo so agukansie eni gisem na ha na me di ni nyina be si free sempani se kwantintin bia no empempe no aboboa no ana ebeti na afi nso ye di adwene de wati a ye behwe asuofra na nsem bia edi no tentema e wo kasebo no bi ni se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ghana Mampeni akopie mu wa toye mantemu e de akopa dwumadi bi ho ntoma e wo hono sanso ena admirashe bedwani ma de hwe mo wonsa hom ayo no nyamfo Frank Anodompre akasa e de afa common farm e ho eye Ghana Meteorological Agency eye asoye ehwe eye ewem kanya ho anase ewem satraye ho ene almost eye afi 2026 eye o afi March ekosi June nsu pa beto nti Ghana for yenhwe ye ho ye na ensempi ka we hu no kenkan fo mebeji medwa ana mre be so mo se Abini Ojaba TV enumre no tia kase eye sia group of companies one onomofa eye kase hu nyina aka me pa cho so pese wutu nsu de sia boho ɛna mekanfo ɛde ama ɛnanumre yi mepacho nsu paa de baby a ɔmo wɔ bia no ɔmo sɛ ɔba hɔ a nsuo ɛbɛba ɛwɔ hɔ sanso no esi cosmetics nso sɛ menka nkyɛw sɛ ɔmo nkupapa a ɔmo akɔfa de aba adwama so no bra beto bi na ɔwe de no ɛnyɛ fɛ wo asante mantema yin kuro kumase na ɔkɔ school tek na pɛ baby a do ti beto de esi a hostel mame enkanfo enfama na Abi TV ɛne Ojaba TV kɔfa bae yakɔfa asande ababiem mepacho eden pa na woton na pese yembo hu dawuro enfama mepacho company be na webie na pese yemfamra TV so ne bebo hu dawuro ma se webie store se woton aduane se eye boutique meka den na meja den mepacho bra one Abi TV ne Ojaba TV marketing team no empanifo medin kasobo me hihye ne ye kakra bi ye beba ne abebo hu dawuro kama na de ama na atofo nso atu agu so na ho ato na nso wanya sika e de egu botom ne nso kakra nso abamu na adwumakuo yi ya due ya ntaban ano e de ato e made na boko bi e na yebutuntu betumi aba na yaba na ne ababedi nsanwoso na okọ edankese enum di a mepacho ela ono ye me director enumre na ye KD ono edit mami beat etwa picture and also no hand the camera kama ede mami mepacho ye na na sedua ebo mechi dom to say producer na me me betena apakankese mututu kase no abasa ene asrede ma na onya bihwe medin ede nana Kofi Asare imprempren de mama mi muso.
Hi, you want a place to sleep for your comfort, or you want a nice place to enjoy life as a student? Wait for me. The only 5-star hostel in the Ashanti Kingdom is the Sia Hostel. Sia Hostel, the hostel for DBs.